Update 45 brings with it new furnishings, and of course, we are here to preview them. Let's take a look. Hello, it's Icy, that's right, I am back with the usual video going through and looking at the brand new furnishings that are coming with the Q1 update for the Elder Scrolls Online. So we are here in my, I want to call it test house, but it's always the house I use. It's sunny, it's bright, it's got lots of area that I can show things off. So let's start with looking at the new things. Now this is a Q1 update for furnishings, so there's not a great deal. It's not like and things are changing with the Elder Scrolls Online with how things are laying out through the year, but this is approximately the same as most Q1s, so do keep that in mind. So, but that's right, there's more alien furnishings. These will be farmable from the same location as the previous alien furnishings from the last update. So this is from doing Antiquities in the Gold Road, the Gold Coast, West Weald and Blackwood, and these are a chance to drop from extra things within doing the Antiquity. So when you dig the Antiquity up, and you'll get them fairly reliably as long as you've got a full level Antiquity character from doing green and blue ones repeatedly. You don't need to have necessarily any of the other sorts of antiquities, just the green and blue will do the trick. Once you've dug up the Antiquity, continue to dig until you find all of the things or use up all of your time. So it's not the Antiquity itself, it's the extras that you get after you've dug up the Antiquity, where these things are coming from. So let me take a look. This thing, she chonk. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's chonk. It's wonderful. I love it. We're going to be able to build full-on alien structures and alien buildings. We have this absolutely giant alien column. It's even bigger than the thing I just put down. And then if we skip through to... oh, actually, sorry. There's one new tree. Here, this Kvatch nut tree. Now, nominally, I would have thought this would have been available from the Kvatch housing vendor, and it's not right now, and it's not in the Hughesbane one either, so I'm not 100% sure where this one is coming from, but presumably somewhere in the game this will be. And we also have, I thought some, yes, we have some new Miramore crystals. So these are a shattered glass, so really quite interesting. Additionally, any of the Miramore stuff will be farmable from the Miramore incursions, and I think that as the current ones, they'll drop both as items, like literally the shattered glass, but also the furnishing plan as well. So we see how we go. So those ones will be dropping from there. So we have big ones and small ones. Then if we jump all the way down to, do we have lighting? No? Yes. Now here is something really interesting. Oh yes, we have Miramore threads. We have Miramore thread lighting effects. Now, if you looked at the previous video where we were in the mirror house, the Fargrave house, up around in various places, you would have seen some of these threads. And I was being very careful to not show you that these were, in fact, furnishing items. So these will apparently be farmable from Miramore incursions. And they are really, really, really cool. And I can't wait to do something funky with these. That's just, I am absolutely here for all of the things, all of the lighting, all of the strangeness. Thank you so much, Zenimax. Now, we have a new Skin Grad banner. If you had looked in the, you would have seen this in the house, in the Skingrad castle. This was hanging on the wall behind the throne. So don't know if this one is actually available in-game or if this is only for crowns or possibly only with the new house. But that is one of them. And we also have a new music item. So this does come as a finishing plan. So it's not going to be just for gold. This is probably similar in the Dwarven Glass Harmonica, where it dropped from, basically, it was a rare drop from a particular world boss. Probably this will be the same, but I can't say for certain. However, yeah, on a PTS character, this is in there as a plan, specifically, not just the item. So, and it's pretty cool, and it's playable. Like the Dwarven Harmonica, it is actually playable as well. So let's take a look at the rest of the really, really good structures. Now, this one, this great little block in Redguard / Fargrave style. This is available from the Hughes Bane standard housing merchant for 400 gold. I'm so pleased with this. In the same way that they've added the new big sort of structural blocks, but just for gold, with Westweald, the big quarry stones. The fact that these rather great, like, you could use them as plinths, you could use them as bases for pillars, you could just use them as flooring, you could use them as walls. They're actually fairly big. You could actually stack a couple together. You could use them as Lego blocks. I don't know. These are great. I'm so happy that we've got some more just gold options as well that we can just buy a bunch and do some things with. So that's something that made me very happy and excited. Okay, let's look at this one. Look at this wonderful, wonderful circular platform. As you can see underneath, it's a flat circle with a bit of a border. Top, absolutely massive. And it does match, by the way, the sizes and shapes, in fact all the Ayleid stuff does, of the Ayleid house in the Gold Road. If you own that one, I'm not going to pronounce the name, but if you have the Ayleid house in the Gold Road, many of these will fit. Now this one, oh, check this out. It's a great, and it's really, really good. And I think it would make a fantastic window. Like, it will work as a grate as well, or even a really interesting ceiling. But I think this would be an absolutely fantastic window effect. And you could also put something inside the actual grate as well. You could, I mean, you could set this into like a bookshelf and actually create an effect that the books are locked away. You could do all sorts of stuff with this one. And I am just... I haven't even finished farming the existing Ayleid furnishing plans. I got distracted with event and then another event and then there was another event, but I need to get back into those. Then we've got the Ayleid stairs. I'm just buying all of these so you can see exactly how big they are, because they pretty chonk. But as you can see, there's sort of like a set of stairs that swoops in subtly and then rises up onto a flat platform. The underside is pretty good as well, and much plainer, but you could totally use that as a bit of a swooped platform. Then we've got really, really good. So we've got an absolutely giant... Hello? We place this? Confirm? Ugh. We can place this, but we've run out of inventory. We've run out of room in this house. Once again, I did strip some stuff out, but you know, I got really excited. We put some things down. Okay. So let's put this down so we can have a look. As you can see, very tall, very steep. But you'll also note almost, but not quite, not quite. It's actually at 40, almost, but not quite at 45 degrees. So what you could do is you can actually turn it over and, oh no, yeah, you can see if I just layer that in like that. Oh no, it's actually better. So, oh, interesting. It depends on which way you rotate this as to whether it ends up lining up across the ground. Anyway, what I'm saying is, hey, would you like a pyramid? Would you like a pyramid for your house? Because you could have yourself a very merry pyramid, which is pretty cool. The other thing to look at, you've got like two quite interesting surfaces as well that you could actually use as walkways upside down or bury it in sort of to create a bridge effect. But it's pretty good, oops, that you can get a whole pyramid out of this. Oh, can we get up? Oh, look at that, a convenient pyramid. Then, what else do we have? We have this wall, which is actually really also chonk in a wonderful way. So we have the big flat wall. We can rotate it from a bridge or a footpath or a low wall to a high wall. I mean, that's a pretty big wall. And then, of course, it makes a fantastic pillar putting it up. You've got some really substantial... This is one of those furnishing items, or furnishing plans, actually, because this does come as a plan, that you can use and incorporate into everything. Like, you stick a roof on that and some fake doors and windows, and you've got some townhouses. You can do anything with this wall. This is really, really fantastic. Now, not only do we have new Ayleid plans, we have Dawnwood plans as well. So these will drop. Now, pretty sure these ones are going to be, they are structural. They are from the Westweald. So I think these ones are going to be dropping from Skingrad dailies. So the Skingrad dailies that I ground so hard and overdid myself before the Westweald extra chapter launched. At the Q3 update? Before the Q3 update. Burned myself out. Anyway, guess where these come from? That's right, the Skingrad coffers as well. So now is the time to start doing those again. If you have the inventory space to save up all of those coffers and then open them once this goes live. So this is probably going live in about 6 weeks for PC, roughly. So we have a straight bridge and a curved bridge. Oh, so good. And I believe everybody's Wood Elf houses are about to be restructured. Not only that, we've got a couple of other options. Now, there is a Colovian gazebo. Pretty sure this one's crown only at the moment. It might eventually make its way to Rollislalu, I think, but I think this one is crown only. It is part, you get it in the Skingrad house, whether you buy it furnished or unfurnished. It comes in the garden of the Skingrad house, but nonetheless, it is still really, really, really cool. Then we also have this. Now, this is something very, really extremely cool. Every time I go into a dungeon, I go, oh, I wish they would do something like that. Yes, that's right. It's a wall that opens. It's a wall of wood that has a door built into it. Just like the vines in all of the dungeons where you go, oh, I wish that was a housing item. Zenimax, thank you. This is, I can't wait to get this and do something with this. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So that's a little bit exciting. A little bit exciting, that one. Oh, yeah. Now, platforms. We've got some more Ayleid ones. Okay, as you can see, another bigger circular floor. On this side, it's plain with slightly larger squares, and this side, it's just got a border. This fits within it, so just to give you a size comparison, so you can do some tricky sort of stacking. Then we've got this. Now, this is the other one that I want. This is an absolutely perfect floor. So this is the same on both sides. It is fairly skinny. It's the same size, as you can see. Is it bigger? I think it's actually bigger. Oh no, it's like 1 square bigger than the Fargrave platform. So the Fargrave one, as you can see, is basically, yeah, it's like a square and a bit bigger than the Fargrave platform. So good. So yeah, I really want this furnishing plan. And then there is this really adorable, cute baby one. The squares are slightly smaller. It's sort of kind of smaller. It's similar. But this, imagine this on its side creating walls. Beautiful. Absolutely. Just so want. Then we've also got this one. We've got a tiered one. This has a disadvantage that the squares are a different size again. Underneath you've got a plain floor, but as you can see it's on the smaller squares. But you know, for example, maybe it's a bathroom area. You could actually use this to mark off a different style, incorporate it with a wooden house perhaps, as a ballroom floor in the middle. I think this one's fairly good as well, but I prefer the other two and they'll be cheaper to make. And we have this Dawnwood platform as well. So we have the Dawnwood platform. Underneath it kind of looks like a nest, but imagine incorporating this with the 2 bridges. It's pretty spectacular. Then do we have... Oh, I mean, there's even more after that. Okay, so I'm going to run out of space and time. So let's go through the rest of these. So we have an Alien Barrier Large. You can walk through these. This is, I don't know. What the heck? Let's place it down. As you can see, it's just a little bit smaller than that platform. Perfect. Really great. Then we've got a really thick wall. So this is as big as... Actually, we'll just clear some more space. Hang on. Okay. Chunky wall. Extremely chunky. Is quite slightly, there we go, slightly shorter than the big floor. Not the end of the world. Better that the floor be slightly bigger, I think. I'd like it if they were the same size. Just please. Then we also have this thin wall. Note the gentle curve. Now I think that this gentle curve also matches the gentle curve of the stairs that we're just going to buy another one because it's faster. Though it does match the curve of the stairs, but as you can see the thicknesses are different, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you wanted to match it, you probably have to sink it in to do something like that, where you took it to the thicker area and then like took it off from there. That might be an option, or some other pillar to blend them. And then what else do we have here? Back to walls and fences. Okay, then we've got a series of Dawnwood ones as well. So we have too many things in this house again. Okay, so the Dawnwood ones, we have a long curved fence, which unfortunately curve-wise is slightly larger than, it's not quite the same shape as the platform. This is close on different sort of bits of it, but it's not quite the same shape. Then we've got this really cute little one, which is a steeper curve. And then we have two straight, we have, oh, this leather one, and then we have two straight ones, a longer one and a shorter one. And the thing I wanted to show you about these were, I think this, if you're trying to create a farm in ESO, this is perfect. This is perfect. I actually think this looks like, throw some tomatoes on there or something, and it actually looks like something that could be part of a farm. Set it lower and throw a few lettuces in there or some pumpkins or something, and like we've actually got something that looks like it could be used for farming, which I think is super fantastic. Now I think that's it. So that's all of the new furnishings that are available as furnishing plans, or possibly one or two things in there for crown only. It's great. It's so good. They are actually fantastic. I'm absolutely looking forward to building with all of these things. Something else I've got to show you that goes with this lot, but you'll see that in the next video. But I'm really, really, really excited. So thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. I appreciate it. Don't forget, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream the Elder Scrolls Online 4 days a week, and I would love to see you over there. I do a lot of housing. So if housing is your vibe, probably because you're watching this video, come join me over there. But thank you so much for watching. There will be some more videos in this playlist, so do check. You can see the link in the corner along with the Twitch link. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.